Four terms come up in almost every AIPM interview: tokens, context window, temperature, and hallucinations. Most candidates can half define them, and half a definition is exactly what gets you a 2 on the scorecard. What actually gets you hired is attaching a trade off and a real product decision to each one. That's the gap between knowing a word and being able to ship with it. So let's cover all four properly. For every concept, four beats: what it is, the trade off it forces, why it changes a product decision, and one real number. Learn the shape once, and you can answer any technical round question about these on demand. Start with tokens. A token is the chunk of text the model actually reads and writes. It's not a word and it's not a character. It's a piece produced by the tokenizer, roughly 4 characters or about 3/4 of an English word on average. Cat is one token. Tokenization might be 3. Rare words, code, and non-English text all split into more tokens per word. Now for the trade-off. Everything the model does is priced and limited in tokens. You pay per input token and per output token, and every model has a hard ceiling on how many it can handle at once. More tokens means more money and more latency. Fewer tokens means you had to cut context somewhere. So what does that mean for a PM? Token cost is your unit economics. If your feature stuffs a 50-page document into every request, you're paying for 50 pages on every single call. That's the whole reason chunking, caching, and retrieval exist, to avoid resending tokens you don't need. When someone asks how you would reduce cost, the first lever is nearly always to send fewer tokens. And the number. As of 2025, a frontier model might cost on the order of a few dollars per million input tokens and more for output. A million tokens is roughly 750,000 words, about 7 or 8 full novels. So one heavy request that packs 200,000 tokens of context is not free. And at scale, it's the line item your finance partner will ask you about by name. Next is the context window. This is the maximum number of tokens the model can consider at once, input plus output combined. Think of it as the working memory of the model for a single request. Once you exceed it, the earliest tokens fall off the back or the request just gets rejected. The trade-off here is sneaky. A bigger window lets you pass more, like a whole code base, a long transcript, or a stack of retrieved passages. But it costs more, it runs slower, and it has a real recall problem. Models are measurably worse at using information buried in the middle of a long context than information at the start or the end. That's the lost in the middle effect. A bigger window is not automatically a smarter model. It's just more room, and the model uses that room unevenly. The PM implication is the one people miss. Do not treat a large context window as a replacement for retrieval. If you dump 500,000 tokens in and the answer you need is on page 200, the model may miss it, and you paid full price to watch it miss. Well-designed retrieval that puts the 5 most relevant passages near the top of the prompt often beats just using the big window. Window size is one factor in picking a model. It's not a solution on its own. For the number, Windows in 2025 run from about 8,000 tokens on older or small models, up to 128,000 or 200,000 on frontier models, and as high as 1 million on the largest. 200,000 tokens is roughly a 500-page book. But recall on a fact buried mid-context can drop noticeably versus the exact same fact placed at the edges. Which is exactly why saying we will just use the 1 million window is not a complete answer in the room. Third concept is temperature. Temperature is a setting, usually from 0 to about 2, that controls randomness in how the model picks its next token. At temperature 0, the model is near deterministic, meaning it picks the single most likely next token every time. As you raise it, the model samples more from lower probability options, so the output gets more varied and more surprising. The trade-off is a straight line. Low temperature gives you consistency and repeatability at the cost of sounding a bit samey and being less creative. High temperature gives you variety and creativity at the cost of consistency and past a point coherence. There's no correct temperature in the abstract. There's a correct temperature for a given job. And this is the fun one because it's a product decision disguised as a knob. For a factual or compliance sensitive feature like a code assistant, a data extractor, or a legal summary, you want low temperature so the same input gives a stable and defensible output. For a brainstorming or creative feature like marketing copy, story ideas, or name generation, you want higher temperature so users get variety and don't see the same phrasing twice. Shipping a legal tool at high temperature or a brainstorm tool at zero isn't a tuning detail, it's a product bug. The numbers to carry are these. Common defaults sit around 0.7. Extraction and classification pipelines often run at 0 to 0.3 for repeatability. Creative generation often runs 0.8 to 1.2. The exact value matters far less than knowing which direction your feature needs and being able to say why. Fourth is hallucinations. A hallucination is output that's fluent, confident, and false. The model generates text that reads as authoritative but isn't grounded in any real source. It'll invent a citation, a statistic, a court case, or an API that doesn't exist, and it'll do it in a completely calm voice. Here's the trade off that separates strong candidates. Hallucination is not a bug you fully remove. It's a property of how these models work. They predict likely next tokens and they don't look up ground truth by default. The more you constrain and ground a model to reduce it with retrieval, low temperature, or say, I don't know instructions, the safer it gets. But you can also make it more cautious and less fluent. And sometimes it'll refuse things it could actually have answered. Safety and helpfulness pull against each other right here. So the PM implication is about stakes. Where the cost of being confidently wrong is high, think health, legal, finance, or anything a user acts on directly. You can't ship a bare model. You gate it. You ground answers in retrieved sources with citations. You set a confidence threshold below which the thing says, I'm not sure, or hands off to a human. And you keep an eval set that measures how faithful the model stays to its sources. Where the cost of a wrong answer is low, like draft me a poem, you can let it run freer. The product question is never does it hallucinate. It's what does a hallucination cost here and what gate do I put in front of it? The number is this. Even strong models hallucinate on a measurable share of factual questions, and the rate climbs on niche or recent topics the model wasn't trained on. Grounding with retrieval and citations can cut the rate substantially, which is why adding RAG is the standard first mitigation. But it never reaches zero. So human in the loop for high stakes decision stays in the design. Let me put all four together. You are the PM for an AI feature that answers employee questions about the HR policies of your company. Policies are long, so you don't stuff all 200 pages into every request. That's token cost and lost in the middle if you did. Instead, you retrieve the three most relevant policy passages and pass just those. You run temperature at 0.2 because asking how many sick days I get has to return the same answer every time, not a creative variation. You ground every answer in the retrieved passage and show the source because a confidently wrong HR answer is a genuine problem for a real person. And you set one hard rule. If retrieval finds nothing relevant, the model says it couldn't find a policy on that and gives the contact for HR rather than inventing one. 4 concepts, 1 coherent design. These 4 words are the atoms of the technical round. They show up directly in questions like define hallucinations or what's the effect of context window size. And they're load-bearing in every product sense answer that touches an LLM. If you can run define, trade-off, PM implication, and number on demand, you clear